Welcome to The Explainer. All right, today we're going to dive into a massive question, the nature of reality itself. Are we just, part of some great cosmic field, kind of passively experiencing the universe as it happens? Or are we actually active participants in creating it? Let's dig into these two really powerful ideas.
This quote, it really nails a super intuitive idea that the universe works on vibration and that like attracts like. This whole musical metaphor, it's really the key to understanding one popular worldview. But as we're about to see, it also brings up some pretty profound questions about our place in the cosmos.
So this first perspective, you often hear about it in New Age thought. It sees everything, you, me, the stars, all of it, as part of one giant interconnected song. And it's a really powerful and, honestly, a comforting vision of unity and harmony. At its core, the belief is that we are all just expressions of one single consciousness. The whole idea is that your inner state, your vibration, is constantly sending out this signal, and it attracts a reality back to you that matches it. In this view, we're all just the universe, experiencing itself.
Okay, so this worldview really rests on a few key pillars. It starts with this idea that the whole universe is just a field of energy, and your personal frequency, well, it acts like a magnet pulling in similar energies. In this framework, even things like conflict are seen as a catalyst for growth. Divinity isn't some person in the sky, but an impersonal source energy. So the goal becomes pretty simple, right? Raise your vibration to get in tune with this source.
Now, while this model is incredibly empowering for a lot of people, it does leave some really crucial questions about our existence unanswered. And it creates this kind of tension that sort of pushes us to look a little deeper. Okay, first question. If we are all just the universe experiencing itself in all these different forms, then what's the point? Is experience just for its own sake the end goal? Or is there maybe a greater purpose to all of this motion and vibration?
And what about us? What about our sense of self? Does being part of this single oneness mean our unique identity is just an illusion that's supposed to fade away? Are we all just destined to dissolve back into some cosmic ocean? Or is our individuality something real, something that lasts? And finally, here's a big one. If every experience is equally valid and it all serves some greater good, well, that can kind of remove a clear basis for morality. If there's no real difference between right and wrong, just different frequencies, then what gives our choices any weight? Why try to be good? So these questions, they lead us to a different way of looking at things, an alternative framework that tries to provide some answers. It's a model that doesn't just throw out the idea of resonance, but instead it builds on top of it, adding these new layers of meaning and structure. This model maps out a soul's journey not as just a simple cycle, but as a structured progression. It starts with refinement here in the mortal world, then moves to an ascension that's guided by a divine purpose, and it all leads to this convergence where we unify with the whole. But, and this is crucial, we do it without losing our unique self. So here's the absolute key point. This resonance model doesn't say that harmony, experience, and oneness are wrong. Not at all. It says they're incomplete. It adds three missing ingredients: agency, which is our fundamental power to choose; grace, a force for redemption and divine help; and purpose, a shared divine direction for all of creation.
Okay, now this is where things get really interesting. A concept from quantum physics actually gives us a really powerful metaphor for this. It's called the observer effect, and it completely flips our basic assumptions about what reality even is.
So in quantum mechanics, reality at its most basic level exists as this field of pure potential. It's like a wave of infinite possibilities, of maybes. But that potential stays fuzzy and undefined until an observer interacts with it. And that single act of observation collapses the whole wave into one single concrete reality. The observer doesn't just see reality, they help create it.
And this is a profound shift, right? Our understanding of consciousness goes from being this passive field we just dissolve into, to being an active, participating force that literally shapes the universe. Observation isn't just watching, it is an act of creation. This brings us to the final and most crucial piece of the puzzle. When we start seeing ourselves as active observers, then the idea of agency, our power to choose and create, it becomes the very engine of reality itself.
And that has massive implications for how we see ourselves and our lives. I mean, when we put these two models side by side, the contrast is just stark. We shift from viewing consciousness as some passive ocean to an active participant. Our identity is no longer an illusion we have to get over, but an eternal reality that's meant to grow. And our purpose? It evolves from just experiencing things to actively becoming a co-creator. So in this expanded view, our ability to choose, to observe, to be this unique individual, it isn't a flaw in the system of oneness. It's not some illusion we need to overcome. Instead, it's the very mechanism for eternal expansion and creation. It's the signature of a divine inheritance. And suddenly, every single choice matters on a cosmic scale.
So we're left with this final, really provocative thought that takes us all the way back to our opening metaphor. Are we just instruments that a cosmic song is played through, destined to dissolve back into the silence when our part is over? Or are we the composers, here to add our own unique melody to an ever-expanding symphony? The answer to that? Well, it changes everything.